should be fine.
I don't have to do anything.
Nope.
I can just go live.
Should come up, go live when it's ready to go live.
Live on YouTube.
We're live on YouTube.
And we're live on Facebook.
Okay, there we go.
And timer.
Hello, hello, hello. People are probably wondering, what are they doing over there?
Is there anybody on right now?
Well,
Nobody watching.
nobody watching.
Hello, nobody.
Oh, there's Cheryl C. Hello,
Hi,
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Hi, Brian.
There's Brian Baker. Looks good on YouTube.
It says nobody watching. It says 0 watching, but we have 2 people there.
Oh, we got Evan over on Facebook. Hello, Evan.
And Emilio. Hi, Emilio.
And Emilio.
And I'm going to come on here pretty soon.
And Frank's going to come on pretty soon. There's David Sloan. Greetings, Earthlings. As you can tell, I'm back in the studio today, and we are printing. So I'm letting you guys watch my print right now, which is kind of weird because I don't normally do that. But I don't want you to see me drinking any Monster, which everybody tells me is bad for me at my age.
Hi, Evan.
Cheryl's giving us a high five.
Sorry. I just saw them.
Sup, gents? Well, I'm feeling much better now than I was. I have been suffering from a migraine for a couple of days, and today I finally feel better. Emilio, hello, sir. Don, the German printing nerd. Hi there, Richard and Frank, he says.
What's up, Don?
I figured I'd give you guys something a little classier to look at than me as we do the intro today.
Well, we don't even have a camera on you at all right now.
No, we
There's
don't.
no camera on you at all today.
No. No,
Really?
I'm going to do the whole show like this today. No, I'm not. It'd be a pretty boring show. Watching a printer all day long. And who else?
You could watch me if you want. Hi, everybody.
I see Fred Kaz. Hello, Fred Kaz. Well, he was there. Now he's
Bye,
gone.
Fred. Bye, Fred. Come back, Fred.
Brian Baker, what print speed is that running at? It is running
It's about
at
60, I'll bet you.
35
Well,
millimeters per second.
Really?
Yes.
It looks so fast.
It's 35. That's being printed on the Wanhao Duplicator i3. Monster will keep you young. Yes, it will, Evan. I totally agree with
Yeah,
you.
because it'll kill you while you're young, and then you'll never grow old.
That's right. It'll kill me when I'm young. I'm not young anymore. I'm in my 50s.
Hi, Daniel.
Good afternoon, Daniel.
Cheryl wants to know what you're printing.
I am printing a little robot. A little robot that is all one piece when it finishes printing, and then you just fold it all together. Cheryl, remember the movie Forbidden Planet? It was before our time, but I think both you and I watched it. It is it's the robot from Forbidden Planet that somebody had created, and I have now, and I'm going to have fun with it, and I'm going to play with it. Play with my robot. Dave, thank you very much for that advice. Normally I don't get migraines when I'm back in Manitoba. I recently got I get them here because of the weather change. So as much as I agree with what you're saying in terms of a remedy, it doesn't quite work for me. I've tried everything. Now I have to take 2 $100 pills every time I have one. Hello, Jerry. PLA is for beginners. Ah! That's it. Evan, you're fired.
You like abs? I don't like ABS because ABS is good because it's strong, but it's hard to print and has these little complications to it. But PETG is a perfect in between. It's easy to print like PLA, but it's very strong and looks great like ABS does.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like ABS is kind of fighting a losing battle with all of these other materials just because of its the way it's it has the fumes, and you have to have an enclosure, and temperature has to be just right and very even all the way through. Where if you're printing PLA or even PETG, it doesn't have to be nearly as strict. You can have some breathing room in there and still get a great print. Polymax PLA.
Did you see what Don, the German printing nerd, he says? Do you get them because of Frank?
You get them there? Who there? What is he talking about?
He's talking about my migraines.
Oh yeah, I give him migraines. Absolutely.
It's Cheryl. It's a combination of the Chinooks because they come so fast, the pressure change, and the altitude. So yes. So one day, just for everybody's amusement, I'll probably have an aneurysm on camera.
And I'll be there to comment on
there
it.
There you go.
Hi,
Emilio
George.
says he uses Polymax PLA.
I've never... Polymax. Is that a brand of PLA, Emilio, or a type?
It's a brand.
It's a brand, okay. We only use Spool 3D filament here.
Yes, we do. I figured I would show you guys this little robot I'm printing. It's been going around the internet for a while, and or just for a little while now, and I got to tell you, I really, really like it. Ryan, I will have my CR10 today. I've been told it'll be in the building today, so we need to get together and start planning out some helmets and goodies. Hello, George Howell. Am I missing
Thanks,
anybody?
Emilio.
Hello, Fred Kaz. All right, I guess we're almost there, aren't we? Oh, we've got 3 minutes.
Oh, hi, Fred.
There, how's that? Is that better, guys? Is that a better look, or would you rather watch my...
Don, that robot is, I believe, the STL is for sale, isn't it?
It is for sale, yes. I'm going to show you guys where you can get that today, as a matter of fact. It's an incredible model, and the site has a few incredible models on it as well. George says he's going to print one of these too. TPLA is as good, they say, TPLA. Let me quickly go grab one. I'll be right back.
I've wanted to try that TPLA stuff. It's apparently many times stronger than PETG, but as easy to print as PLA. That's kind of why I start to say that I believe that ABS may find itself in the lower end of what people print, just because these other materials people are coming out with are so much more interesting and even cheaper in some cases.
$144. Okay. TPLA. I'm going to talk a little bit about this stuff again today. I know that people have been asking me about it quite a bit. It's a lot heavier than regular PLA, that's for sure.
PLA Plus too. I mean,
yeah, PLA
is there a way
Plus
we
too.
can compare some of these PLAs, the PLA Plus to the TPLA? To...
We are going to do a comparison probably in about a month or so.
Yeah, Evan, I used tape at first, and then when I finally started on the glue stick, I went, why was I ever using tape? Glue stick's great. Glue sticks are awesome there. It's easy to keep it clean. You can reprint on it over and over and over again.
Brian, I'm going to save your question for when we get into the show, okay? Because I want to answer that online. Or while as the show's going, I think it'll be a great question. So hang on to that question.
You're talking about the heat break?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make
I'm
sure.
going to answer that heat break question in the show today.
Okay, we're 20 seconds out here.
Okay, so we're today we're doing a little show and tell. We're going to bring you guys up to speed on some stuff, give you a preview of next week, what's coming up, and go from there. Evan.
Here we go. Oh, what happened there?
I have no idea.
It's not showing.
There it is. Just delayed.
That was weird. I've never seen that happen before.
Hey, welcome to Coffee with Rich. My name's Richard Cleveland. As you guys know, each and every week I'm here with you. Usually 3 times a week, but this week was a little bit of an exception. So this week, we'd had no Wednesday show. I was not well. I was under the weather for a couple of days, but I am back in the studio now. I'm doing much better, and we will continue on, and we'll get that footage for you from Wednesday's show up soon. But today, I want to talk about a few things, and first and foremost, if you haven't yet, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we do a live stream or upload a brand new episode. It really goes a long way to helping us out. We are at 641 subscribers on YouTube. Double thumbs up for that. We are constantly climbing over on Facebook. Last check, I think we were at 309. We are striving now for our new contest, which is to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. And how we're going to do that and what we're going to give away is a big mystery. But we are giving away a really, really big prize. So I want you guys to stay tuned for that. And everybody that is a member on Facebook and on YouTube are all going to be lumped into that draw together. And then after that, we're going to start using a different system. But what did I want to talk about? So the Javelin footage, which was supposed to be up on Wednesday, will probably go up sometime next week. So there may be a double episode recorded episode next week. So I want you guys to watch out for that, because I don't like missing episodes. It bothers me. So I want to show you guys this real quick. For those that are just logging on now, you can see that I am printing this, what looks to be like something that folds up, and it absolutely does fold up. And if we go to my monitor, my computer monitor, let's just make sure I get audio. Good. There we go. So Fab 365 is where I got this model. I was alerted to it over the last couple of days. And Fab 365 is a website to which you can join, and they have all kinds of models. They have all kinds of little prices. Here's the folding robot that we're doing right now. This is basically Robbie the robot. And they've got all kinds of other nifty little items up there. I do recommend that you go and check this out. They have all kinds of themes. They've got a look at this piece. This is an amazing table lamp. Like, that just looks really cool. I almost want to print that for myself. There are some wheel case collections. There's some candlestick holders. There's all kinds of stuff. Now, going to this website, just so you guys know, that there are some free models on here, but there are models that they charge for. And you know, at the end of the day, I agree with people charging for their STLs, just because they put a lot of work, a lot of thought, and a lot of effort into them. And let's just go to the robot.
It is not easy to do these.
Yeah, it's not easy. It takes a lot of time and a lot of forethought. And I'm just going to scroll through these. Like you can see, this thing looks amazing. And it is all one print. The arms move and the legs move. And it's just a cool little print. And for anybody that remembers or even has any inclination of Forbidden Planet, which starred Leslie Nielsen before he became a big comedy actor, will understand that how old this movie really is. It predated Star Wars. That's how old the movie is. But if you can find it, I recommend you go check it out. It's got all the parts, and you can even print off the glass dome that goes over everything, which is very cool. I thought that was awfully neat of them. And go check it out, Fab 365. They do a wonderful job on the stuff that they do, and I'm a member now, and I think everybody should become a member. If you're interested in 3D printing and looking at some of the cool stuff that they have, go check it out. So let's go back to my camera. So now the printer is going to take, I think, 12 hours to print this. And I've only got like 10% infill in it. So there we are. So if you guys like that, I'm going to go back to your guys' questions here. There we go.
There's been a lot of discussion today.
Okay, let's go back to a question that
have you tried an all-metal heat break in your hot ends?
Okay, Brian Baker's asking, have you tried any all-metal heat breaks in your hot ends? And as a matter of fact, all of my hot ends have an all-metal heat break, and I'll tell you why. Because I like to print with different materials, and I find using an all-metal heat break is the best way to go, especially if you're going to be getting into higher temperature materials like PETG, nylon, some of the stuff that needs a much higher temperature to print. You also want to make sure that your nozzle is also an all-metal, not a brass. I know brass is metal, but if you're planning on getting into glow-in-the-darks and any of the other fibrous PLAs that are out there, like the metals and the woods and the glow-in-the-darks and all of those types of PLAs, then it is to your benefit that you get yourself either a hardened steel or stainless steel nozzle as well. So I really like all metal hot ends for that, because I hate messing around with the PTFE liner that is in them, because some of them, they're not all created equal, is basically what I'm trying to say. Is if you're buying bulk from China, you might get a handful of them that are decent and the rest of them aren't great. Like the PTFE liner falls out, or the PTFE liner breaks down at like 230, and I've seen it happen. So all metal is my preferred way to go, but it all depends on what your budget is and what you want to do with it. Daniel writes that I was looking for a CR10 and there seems to be a bunch of different ones on Amazon. How do I choose? How do you choose a CR10? Well, the CR10 is either, if it says Creality CR10 on it, then it's a genuine CR10. Everyone else is rebranding the CR10. So if you're going and you're seeing one from Hicktop or you're seeing one from another manufacturer, and I don't know what all the different manufacturers are. If you're going to GearBest, they're usually going to say whether they're a Creality CR10, and all of these models are basically Creality CR10s. Find the best price, find which one works for you. The CR10S is probably my preferred choice because the CR10 is being phased out slowly but surely, and the CR10S will be their entry-level CR10. Or now they have the CR10 Mini, which is their entry level, and then it'll be the CR10S, then the CR10S4 and CR10S5. But yeah, just as far as finding one on Amazon, just look for Creality. Creality actually has an Amazon page there. So, or Daniel, you can go right through Spool 3D. Spool 3D carries the CR10. They are the only authorized Creality service center in Canada right now, as far as we know, and that might be a way for you to check that out as well. Okay. Long time ago, okay. The all metal or micro Swiss is terrific, I agree. Just trying to get through some of the... Can't post a link, Frank?
Can't post a link.
Oh.
Just copy it and paste it in the comments.
Yeah, just copy.
Just go to the website, copy the link from the top of the web page, and then paste it in your
Make
guys'
your dice.
comment.
Okay, let me just go back over here.
I'll go grab that, Don.
I use a special mix of acetone and ABS as my bed adhesion. Works for PLA and ABS. Bed adhesion, let's talk about that a little bit. Bed adhesion is really up to the individual. I use glue stick for everything on my glass. I don't use hairspray, I don't use ABS juice, I don't use acetone ABS, which essentially mixed together is ABS juice. I don't use any other adhesion method but glue stick, and it's worked fine for me. Do what works best for you. That's the best way I could say it, because I don't want to say that glue is the best, like glue stick is the best, because it may not be the best for you. It all depends. Again, there's a lot of things that I've learned out that affect the way that printers print. One is the atmosphere around them, where they are,
yes.
The temperature of the room.
Absolutely.
The air conditioning can mess up a print, and it can delaminate your print right off the print bed, whether you've got heat going or, you know, regardless. So
even an open door.
Even an open door can mess things up. Yes, exactly.
Little breeze.
So there's all a bunch of different factors. So find what works for you, and then use that. And Evan says that ABS juice works great for him, so that's awesome.
That's crazy. I'd like to see
I want to quickly touch on this. We were going to talk about bricks today, and this is the first of many bricks that I will be printing off, and which will be going back here on the set, and we're going to build them up like a little brick wall, and they're going to be done all in different colors. So you guys are probably wondering, why do you have a brick? Well, I've decided for anybody who is supporting the show either through Buy Me a Coffee or through Patreon, I really appreciate your support, because it does help to offset the costs of some things that we need here in the studio. And I've decided I'm going to do a brick for everybody that has helped out the show in one way or another through either one of those links. And if you want a brick, and you are either a Buy Me a Coffee participant or a Patreon participant, just let me know, and I will make a brick for you. So right now we have one that's going out to Graham Fortledge out in Winnipeg, and this has 10% infill in it, so it's not really that heavy, and we have one for the studio. So these were printed on the CR10, by the way, and it took 30 hours to print 2 bricks, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to be printing some bricks over the weekend. And this is the first of many bricks yet to come. So if you want to support the show, that's kind of my way of saying thank you right now, because we really don't have a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on. And I know I said at different levels, people would be getting behind the scenes stuff. And I just haven't gotten there yet, but I will. But for now, I just want to get everybody that is supporting the show through Patreon or through Buy Me a Coffee a brick. And if you want to support the show, you can, again, buy me a coffee if you like the content and you like the advice that I'm giving you. And they are the regular size of a real brick. So they are 8 1/4 inches by 4 inches by 2 1/4 inches deep. And they will come with your name on them. And the ones that I'm sending out to people, I will be writing on the back of the brick a personal message. So that's just kind of my way of saying thank you. Now, let's talk about Tough PLA. Tough PLA. It is 6 times stronger than regular PLA. So if you don't want to print with ABS, some people don't. But Tough PLA is supposed to be 6 times stronger than regular PLA. I have not tested this yet. I will be buying a roll, and testing it for you guys so that you know how tough it really is. We're going to do a toughness test between this and regular PLA. And this comes, what I like about this is it comes in its own Ziploc pack. Like, that is cool. You don't need another Ziploc pack, and it has 2 desiccant packets in there, so it will keep your filament nice and dry and help to not absorb moisture. But yeah, it's something that I would try. Again, it uses the same type of temperatures as regular PLA. As far as I know, I do have to check that with Derek, but tough PLA, I'm going to check it out so you guys can decide if you want some or not. It comes in a plain brown wrapper. It's stable it's got a stable melting point, good round shape, uniform diameter tolerance, and it is consistent color all the way through. So premium quality material. So we're going to check that out. I wanted to touch on that real quick today. How much time do we have? Oh, we're like 15 minutes in. So let's see what we got. Where's the buy me a coffee? Timothy Hoogland is asking. I did put some links on there today. It's buymeacoffee.com/thefirstlayer. And for Patreon, it's patreon.com/thefirstlayer. So that pretty much takes... Is it in stock at Spool 3D? May have to stop by on my way home. Yes, Brian, it is in stock. I hope I'm answering the right question. But I'm just going back here. I just want to quickly check. Yes, we have Tough PLA in stock, Brian, right now. We got our complete shipment of filament in today at Spool 3D. So there is a lot of filament here. So there you go. Now there's been links put into the chat on both Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you very much for that, Frank.
Know that.
Ben E. Brady. I want to say welcome to Ben E. Brady. I know I don't say this very often, or I don't recognize people that come into our group, but Ben is a new 3D printing enthusiast. His wife got him a 3D printer off of Craigslist, and Ben and I go back, I guess, a number of years now. Ben's a great guy, and he's going to be a great asset to this community. So everybody say hi to Ben, because he's a good, close, personal friend of mine, and I'm glad that he's finally with us over here on Facebook and on our YouTube.
Hi, Ben. I hope everybody did that at the same time.
Everybody say hi, Ben.
You'll hear it across the city. There you go, Benny boy. There you
go, Ben. No, Ben's a really good friend of mine, and now that my CR10 is coming in today, as soon as the back door is open and they unload them, I'm going to get set up to do the install of the Easy ABL on my personal CR10 first. We're going to show you how to install that. We're also going to show you how to install the firmware for that next week. And we are going to dive into Cura next week as well. Cura is the software that comes with most 3D printers nowadays. And you can download Cura, the latest version. So we're going to talk about the version that comes with the printer, and we're going to talk about the new version on Wednesday, okay, you guys? And that should get us all done up. Ben is a judge in Texas. Yes, he is. So don't get caught doing anything in Texas that you wouldn't want your mother to know about.
Oh, he really was? I thought he was joking.
No, he was a judge. Yeah. And he's a fantastic singer and guitarist too, by the way.
I'm sure.
He actually sang me happy birthday one year.
Really?
Sent me a little video of him singing me happy birthday one year.
He's a singing judge, eh?
Yeah, you bet.
That's awesome.
Hey, there's Mark Brennan. Hello, Mark. So, coming up on Monday, what do you do with these? I get asked this question all the time with people coming into the shop. People send me emails and questions. What do I do with all my old spools? Do I get rid of them? Is there a place to recycle them?
Hi, Derek.
I'm going to show you guys next week how to recycle these things yourself and make excellent use out of them, okay? So we're going to do that next week, and we're going to get you guys the Javelin footage next week. And I think that's about it. I'm sweating buckets in here. It must be.
Anybody you need to thank?
There's a lot of people I need to thank, actually. First and foremost, I want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers. We've got a couple of new ones. Thank you very much. I want to thank all those people that have bought me a coffee. Thank you again very much. All that money is going into helping us upgrade the studio and bring you guys much better content. I want to thank Spool 3D for giving us the space, as you guys know. Spool 3D, print it right, print it with Spool 3D. Get your printers, filament, and all your accessories and parts from spool3d.ca. Again, print it right, print it with spool3d.ca. Patreon.com / the first layer if you're interested in becoming a Patreon. Buymeacoffee.com / the first layer for that. What else? Who else do I got to thank? I got to thank Frank. Frank comes in here twice a week to help me out and do the show, and he doesn't ask for anything, and I think that's great. So I want to do something special for him pretty soon too.
It's nice to have someone to put up with me, that's all.
That's right. Our friends over at Distinctive Impressions have let me know that they are working on a whole range of merchandise with the First Layer logo on it for us. And we want to thank them for that, because that's where you're going to be able to get your merchandise, whether it be a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, clothes for your kids, coffee cups, whatever the case may be. Distinctive Impressions, Cheryl Zelenitsky, who owns Distinctive Impressions, is going to be putting up a special web page just for the First Layer merch, and I hope you guys go over and check it out once we have that link available for you. Hello, Alfredo. I see that you're there. Timothy, thank you very much for the coffees.
Hans Frank a beer, attaboy. Yeah! Mark's my new best friend.
Mark's your new best friend. Mark, I drink whiskey.
I also like the whiskey, Mark. If you're throwing out,
I'm a Jack Daniels guy. I really am a Jack Daniels guy. But with that being said, thank you guys very much for joining me on this Friday. I know the show is kind of short today, but I'm still feeling the little bit of the effects from the last couple of days. Thank you again very much for being a part of the show. And with that said, I'm going to go home, rest a little bit more, and I will see you guys again on Monday for another Coffee with Rich.